Greetings. Now, this is Black Light, and let me salute. Now, I believe that my rap, what I'm saying, if you was to listen to what I'm saying, you would take advantage of the chaos that's going on, because that's a weak point in Uncle Sam's armor. You know, there are many stories in the Bible where it showed the weak side of a lot of prophets or a lot of important figures in the Bible. Jesus was one of the strongest in the Bible. Uh, when the devil tried to tempt him, took him up on the mountain, and showed him all the devil's kingdom, what he had conquered, and told Jesus if he bowed down to him, that he would give him everything, but Jesus wouldn't bow. But they got it that, Jesus had to suffer the cross. But in the Quran, it's a little more truthful. Jesus never died on the cross, like they say. Jesus was too slick for him. Plus, Jesus knew how to read minds. He had psychic abilities, and he had a look-alike, you know. And they ended up crucifying somebody else. They went to crucify Jesus. So they lied and said that they crucified Jesus, and then they decided to change the color of Jesus, say like they was white, so they made him resurrect, you know. So they said he had power over death, physical death. But Jesus had power over the mental death of, of certain individuals. But his time, he was a little bit ahead of his time, It wasn't his time to, uh, so he had to pass it on to a future, someone in the future. And then you got Samson. It shows you how they use a woman to show the weakness of a man. And Samson, he had to go through a whole lot of changes before he got his strength back. But he ended up killing himself and everybody else. And Achilles, was a Greek warrior that didn't have no weakness up in his heel. I don't know what that sign right there symbolizes. His heel being a weakness. But a dude found out his weakness. I guess they talking about more of somebody knowing where your weaknesses is at. And the black man, well, they shot an arrow in his heel and killed Achilles. But the white man know his weaknesses. All his weakness, because he made the black man over again. He made the black man over into himself. So you got people coming on telling you about the gangs killing up gangs. Well, we got that gang thing from uh, the white man. Remember the movie The Gangs in New York? You know, he the first one that invented those gangs or whatever. And then you had those gangsters like Al Capone and all them shooting up each other, shooting up everybody. And they still do it today. You know, they still got gangs today, but they don't talk about the Hell's Angels and other gangs. You know, they mostly emphasize the black gangs, and because what it is they control all the gangs, the black gangs and the white gangs. So it's up to the brothers like me, elder brothers, to now Farrakhan got the gangs respecting him, but in his own city, Chicago, he can't get a handle on it. Now, I got a theory on that. I'm not gonna reveal it right now. You know, now ain't the time for me to reveal that theory. But in Detroit, you know, you got brothers that's in the NOI, those that follow down Elijah Muhammad, those that follow Farrakhan. You got the Moors, you got a whole lot of various other aggressive new black organizations, you know, coming up, street organizations, grassroots organizations, but they can't get a handle on the crime. That's because you don't know when it's going, you know, don't nobody know what's in the mind of a killer or a mind of a gangster. Don't nobody know what's in their mind, you know, but them. So you can't control that. But you can find out what gang is operating on your street and on your block, you know, and it's up to the elders to control that rather than let the white man control it. You control it. So New Detroit was some young brothers, you know, I think that's the name of them, Renaissance Detroit or something like that. Anyway, these brothers they wanted to have a street code, so the brothers won't be shooting and hitting up babies and killing babies and stuff. But my cousin, he had started up a business where he had they were actually security officers for apartment buildings in St. Louis. They would go inside the building complex and root out the troubled mothers and fathers and psychologically coach them, and they were successful, you know. But my cousin has retired. So when you have a block club, when you form a block club, you're gonna have government agents living on your street. You know, government, they could place a agent, and they could pose as a family and put them in your neighborhood. So you're gonna have to figure out how to weed them out. You know, and what they do is they make deals with the local dope boys and offer them a deal, either lighter sentences or either informants. You know, they be the government's informants, you know. So you can just about tell, you know, but who they are. But the black man don't, you know, these elders now, they scared. And half of them is senile anyway. But the strong ones, the strong elders, some of them are in the Nation of Islam, some of them are in different church groups or whatever. Y'all gonna have to get a handle on this, because that's a weakness that we got in the black community. Remember, it said take a whole village to raise children. Well, yeah, you got to do that. You depending on the government and they social worker program, it ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying? So this is to be continued also. Just thought I'd, tell that the elders, I don't care what community you in, the church community, whatever, you're gonna have to get a handle on the situation. This is Black Light.